Well, it's not just Obama's Secret Service detail that is under fire. No, it's also the intelligence community. That's right, the intelligence community whose omnipresence is so necessary to stop terrorism. Well, now the president is blaming the intelligence community for failing to inform him of the growing threat of ISIS.
I think our head of the intelligence community, Jim Clapper, has acknowledged that I think they underestimated what had been taking place in Syria.
I mean, he didn't just say that we underestimated ISIL. He said we overestimated the ability and the will of our allies, the Iraqi army.
That's absolutely true.
So this is the president's modus operandi. He puts the blame on the subordinates and then hopes that the American public is just so gullible that we are going to believe that he has absolutely no idea what's going on inside his administration. How many times have we heard him say, oh, that he heard about the latest scandal in his administration from the news? I just heard about it a few days ago from news reports. Well, now the intelligence community is having none of this blame. According to the head of the House Intelligence Committee, Mike Rogers, while the president was comparing ISIS terrorists to the JV squad, U.S. intelligence officials were warning that the threat was real and imminent. Rogers said that for over a year, U.S. intelligence agencies specifically warned that ISIL was taking advantage of the situation in Syria to recruit members and provoke violence that would spill over into Iraq and the rest of the region. He said this was not an intelligence community failure, but a failure by policymakers to confront the threat. He said that they repeatedly warned that the Iraq security forces faced severe pressure. U.S. officials knew that the Iraqi government was in trouble almost a year and a half ago, and that allies in the Arab world were asking for guidance and leadership regarding the rise of ISIS, who it was known was also funneling weapons and foreign fighters into Iraq. And now we've been reporting on this for quite some time as well, so it makes no sense for the president to say that he had no idea and that there was U.S. intelligence failures. But of course, as Obama once again passes the buck, conveniently timed is this latest government accountability report. Let's take a look at it. It reveals that Obama missed 60% of his daily intelligence briefings. It shows that he attended just over 42% of his presidential daily briefs in his first term and 41% in his second term. So he's actually gone to even less of his daily intelligence briefings, though this second term has been riddled with scandals. He's been provoking war with Russia and Syria. Now, of course, we are fighting ISIS and al-Qaeda in Iraq. Troops have been sent to Africa to fight Ebola. But, you know, the president, he's got things to do. You know, what does he have to do? When is he going to take a little bit of accountability?
Golf addict President Obama doesn't care that you know he played roughly 800 hours of golf on about 200 golf trips since he was crowned imperial bankster puppet in 2009. With the stock market bubble about to burst, civil unrest, a third of the country unemployed and eating from the taxpayer trough, disease, ISIS, drug cartels on our borders and inside our country. Nope, President Obama only shows up to work, according to the Daily Caller, 700 times. 100 times less than his cherished golf outings. Pretty nice gig, huh? What if the average American worker got to spend more time goofing off than actually working? The average American worker is breaking their back, working 2 to 3 jobs just to make rent, while Obama's corporocratic golf buddies earn 331 times as much as the average American worker. Hey, does it really matter that he teed off immediately after gripping the hearts and minds with his heartfelt speech about beheaded journalist James Foley?
Let's go while we're young.
You mind, sir, trying to tee off?
Why should he be bothered with briefings on ISIS from intelligence since 2012 when he has a tee time to catch?
There is no doubt that their advance, their movement over the last several months has been more rapid than the intelligence estimates and I think the expectations of policymakers.
Well, ISIS isn't that big a deal. They're only threatening to cross our borders and take over America. But who am I or you to criticize the president?
What difference at this point does it make?
He's literally surrounded by incompetence.
You know, I've been there for hundreds of fence jumpers, and they never make it even close. You know, we have dogs. There's multiple layers of security. There was a failure here.
His hooker-crazed Secret Service can't even keep one man out of the White House. But that will probably roll out as another excuse for them not to do their job. As we all cower in fear whether or not Obama's life is safe, another question comes to mind. Is America safe under Obama?
Obama has decimated the friggin' Constitution. So I don't give a damn, because if he doesn't follow the Constitution, we don't have to.
John Bound, Infowars.com.
You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? Well, we're bringing you a total win-win. The ultimate value, cutting-edge, trailblazing game changer that also supports the InfoWar. We have produced a limited run of DNA Force, and it will take up to 12 weeks to produce more once we sell out. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. DNA Force from InfoWars Life.